Well, today I've had a thought, and I thought I needed to stop and have a think. And you may wonder, what is he showing here? Well, let's just take it back a bit and have a look. Going up here, and you can see that these are some dead and dying roses, and some that are certainly past their best. But then you come up here and you see some that are just looking magnificent, and others that are more than magnificent, that are young. And there's the young growth, the new ones, and there's life going on. Stop and smell the roses. And that's what I was reminded of this morning. Song by Cleo Lane, Stop and Smell the Roses. And every time I think of that song, I think of somebody who means a lot to me and is now passed. But today I was at the gym. I'd been walking my dog this morning, got up early, and this week has been a bit of a challenging week for me. And I'm sure it has been. Some business owners have had a challenging week, and others have had a great week. And you're seeing me here in my non-work clothing, and I've come from the gym. But I felt that this just needed to be just a bit more personal, because as business owners and entrepreneurs and solopreneurs and people just starting out in business or thinking about starting out, and even as an employee or as an executive of a business, we have good days, we have good weeks, we have great months, we have great years, and other years they can certainly be improved on. And this week has been a challenging week for me. I've had some, I got some not so good news, and certain things haven't gone right, both work-wise and personally, but other things have gone right. But when I think about it, and I stopped and smelt the roses this morning, is that there's two parts to our lives. There's the personal life and the work life, but they're both intertwined, and one is not without the other. And we need to think about those things. And I use the rose as an example, and as many people know, I use orchards, the fruit tree, as an example of business as well. The trunk, the roots being the most important part, the growth and sustaining the business, the trunk being the growth, the vision, where you're going, supporting everything that's there, and then you've got the tree and all the branches and the leaves and the fruit being borne by the tree, is how I look at life and in business. But the reason why I showed you the petals and the roses is that sometimes things are not going bad, and the key thing is to think about why. Why is it bad? And what could be improved? What do we really have to do? Why is it we say we have to get more sales? Do we have to get more sales? Do we mean sales and revenue or sales and product? Do we need to get more leads? Really? I found over the last 19 years of guiding businesses to better growth that up to 40 to 60 or even 70% of their leads are sitting in the waiting for a decision basket. They haven't got the no. They might have a conversion rate of 30%, and they may have a no rate of 10%, but all the others are waiting for a decision. So you don't need more leads, you need to get more yeses. And you need to make the decision to get those. But if things are going bad in sales, go back to those. That's the easiest ones to go and activate. Find out what the decision is. What's the delay? Have they bought somewhere else but ready to buy again? Have you got another product or service or a bundle that you can offer? And if it's in your personal life, how are you going to, what is it you have to do? Now, some people know that my wife is in full-time care, and it's coming up this next week. It will be 1 year to the day that she went into hospital and hasn't come back. And sure, it's tough sometimes. You know, we were married we're still married. This year will be 34 years. But life's changed for her, and it's changed for me. It's changed for my family. And in some ways it's bad, but in other ways it's given me an opportunity to continue my business and focus on my business. So if we can look for the good in what we're doing. And I'll just turn the camera around and look at that again. Is we can look at the dying. We can look at those, but look at the wonderful growth that is coming from here. And that, my friends, is what we look for in business, in our personal lives. Find what the good is. How can you turn something and create some good? There must be some good parts you can do. And sometimes it's hard to see. I rang up when I was early in the week, I rang up a mentor and had a talk to her. And it didn't take much. I knew what the problem was. Were some of the things that happened unexpected? No. I could see them. I might not have wanted to admit that they were closer, the decisions were closer than what I would like. But other people made them. Was it my fault? No. Could I have done something else? Possibly. But you can't go back and change the decisions. You can't change the past. The decision that's been made by other people is their decision, not yours. They have to make it in the best interest of what they do. You've got to support them in that. And you look on and you look past that and say, right, what is driving me? What is it I need to do? What do I really need to do, and why? What do I really need to focus on? And if you're in business, there's only 5 things that can change your circumstances. You've got customers, and you can get more customers to buy more. It's your retention rate and then the volume. And if you've got more customers and they buy more, how they can do that? You can get them to buy more product, or you can get them to change the price somehow. And if that's still the customers that you've got already don't give you the revenue that you need, you have to go and find some prospects, some leads, that turn them into prospects and turn them into customers. So who are they? And if you segment them down, you'll find it easier. Does your sales team, they're not converting? Why not? Have you invested in their sales training? Have you invested in yours? And if it's in your personal life, find some things that are right. Read. Get ideas. If you're not, as they're saying, if you're not learning, you're not growing. And you haven't got time. Make time. Not everything you do is productive. I know that. I'm not productive all the time. But I do suggest, question what you do and find what the priorities are. What's really important. And as somebody pointed out, Cody Sanchez recently pointed out in one of her videos, Elon Musk may have reduced the staff of Twitter by 80%, but he certainly didn't reduce the revenue of Twitter or X by 80%. Nowhere near. So you can look at things and work it. In your personal life, find something you can do. I've always used exercise as something I need to do because it gets my body going, gets my mind going, and it makes me feel good. And I've got some goals that I want. And today I actually did some personal bests while I was at the gym. And this year is the first time in my life that I've been to a gym. But I've gone there because I wanted to push myself. So I needed to be somebody who knew what they're doing to push me that little bit more, get one more from me. And they're really good. And I've got a there's a great sense of community at that gym I go. Vision PT in Penrith. But this may not be what pushes your buttons, gets you motivated. Find what gets you motivated and spend some time on you. Invest. Haven't got time. Well, sleep is an overrated activity. I joined the 5 a.m. club. Read Robin Sharma's book, The 5 a.m. Club. I find some of the text and the way he writes a bit cheesy or corny, you know, the entrepreneur in the book. But I really got into it, and it has changed my life. So do things, if things are looking a little bit like that, know and look around you and look for the buds in your life and in your business, and they will bloom and they will come out. Look at that. Just magnificent. Just lovely. Stop and smell the roses. Pause. Don't panic. Talk to somebody. If you want to talk and get some ideas, you're most welcome to contact me. But look at it. There's the bush of business, the bush of life. Thanks very much for listening, and I hope this inspires you and helps you. Bye for now. Have a fantastic day, each and every day.